good evening, or good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. It is your boy, the D-O-U-G here, for NFL Week 12 picks. Now, last week, Week 11, I had 10 wins, 4 losses. It's pretty damn good. And for the season, I'm 98 wins, 61 losses, and that one damn draw, which still pisses me off to this day. Now, before we can get to Week 12, I gotta seriously say this. This goes to the following: Packers, Falcons, Buccaneers, Cowboys, the Texans, Packers, Falcons, Buccaneers, Cowboys. What the hell happened this week? You almost lost to teams you should have beat easily. And to the Packers and Falcons, hey, you got the job done, but it happened in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. As for the Bucks, you came back and won it in overtime against Panthers, who are not a good team. Cowboys, you came back and won an OT over the Browns, who, to be honest, you should have lost to. And I'm saying that as a diehard Cowboy fan. As far as for the Falcons, you should have lost that one too, because you turned over the ball 6 times. I don't know how you win a football game when you turn the ball over 6 times. It makes no sense. And as far as for the Texans, wow. What the hell? You almost lost to Jacksonville, which would have been bigger news than Dallas. And I know a lot of people are going to hate on Dallas this week, and I know a lot of people are not going to pick Dallas, and I'll give my reason why I think that's going to be. But I think the Bones did show a little something. Bones, if you recall, in week 1, they only lost to the Eagles by a point. Giants, they held a good lead on till Eli Manning woke up. Now, in some of the games, at least 7 of the games they played in, when they come to the fourth quarter and led, they've only won one of them. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, the problem with the Browns, and I think it's safe to say, they're young and they don't know how to win. Unfortunately, you got a new owner. You know there's going to be a new head coach. They're in disarray right now. I'm kind of upset Cowboys let them hang around. I'm very upset the Browns what they did. Their defense did good to the fourth. I'm going to admit that. But, as the Browns have done all year, they can't hold on to a win when they have it. So I firmly believe Cowboys, Texans, Buccaneers, definitely the Falcons, and Packers all got lucky to get a win in Week 11. There's no doubt. And if you don't think that just because it's your team, there's no helping you, because I'm sorry, that's a fact. Now, let's go to Week 12. Thanksgiving week, we have 3 games on Thanksgiving, by the way. Happy early Thanksgiving to anyone watching. I hope you have a good Turkey Day. Game 1, which you can watch on CBS. The Houston Texans take on the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Now, this is a tough one. Because if you're the Texans, I believe they'll get you your 10th win of the season. And I believe they'll guarantee you, I think, at least a playoff spot, because you would get a berth out of it, I believe. Because you'd be 10-1. The worst you could do is 10-6, and I don't think you guys would lose. I don't think you guys would fall to the wild card. As far as for the Lions, you're trying to keep any hope alive right now, because Green Bay and Chicago are battling. The Lions are trying to make something happen where they can get into get in as a wild card. But I don't know if that can happen. You're 4-6. By the way, the Houston Texans are 9-1. Surprisingly, now they've only played twice. By the way, the Texans and the Lions. Back in 2004, Lions won 28-16. But in 2008, Houston Texans won 28-21. So the head-to-head is 1-1. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of concern. Houston's defense did not show up last week against Jacksonville. That could be a problem for this weekend. Stupid webcam. Sorry about the webcam. As far as for the Lions, your defense did well. Unfortunately, your offense kind of disappointed you in the end because you lost to Green Bay. Excuse me. So, Houston does have to travel to Detroit, and it's a short week. I think Houston wins this one, but I think it's gonna be close. I don't know what a lot of other people are thinking. I think it's gonna be real close. Next, we go to Fox. Washington Redskins versus the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the weather is not supposed to be too good in Dallas that week. They're calling for showers. So keep that in mind if it does rain. You know, I know, yes, Dallas has got the dome. They'll probably close it. Now, as you guys know who have been watching from week 1, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm taking my Cowboys. It's a fact. I'm staying loyal to my team. It's what I do. Now, I'm going to be honest. Redskins did look impressive last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. But that was the Philadelphia Eagles, and let's be honest, the Eagles are not doing anything this year. They're 3-7. They suck. Now, I'll give this to Washington. RG3's doing good this year. But I'm a little bit worried with this Washington team if I'm a fan of theirs. Because, one, you're not ranked too high in the pass. You're 22nd. But that's not the biggest concern to me. My biggest concern why I think Redskins could be in trouble is their defense. Yes, I know they beat the Eagles. Their defense did great against Philadelphia. But it's Philadelphia, people. I mean, come on. Does Philadelphia really care at this point? You know Andy Reid's probably going to be fired. You're probably going to lose Vic, depending what happens. Eagles, I don't think, care. Now, Dallas, if they want to win this, they're going to have to stop RG3. Their defense is going to have to stop RG3. They're going to have to do for 4 quarters what they did to Cleveland in 1. And the third. Their defense is going to have to be there the whole 4 games, not just the second half. Well, 4 quarters, not just the second half. And I'm taking the Cowboys, like I've already said. But if RG3 doesn't get stopped, the Redskins will win this game. I'm saying that now. If the Dallas Cowboys do not stop RG3, he barging a miracle, Dallas will not win. It's either stop RG3 or you're losing. Now, granted, yes, Dallas does have a few advantages. It is an early league, small week, and Washington has to come to Dallas. That helps them. Unfortunately, a negative. Both teams are A, rivals, and B, it is a do-or-die time for Redskins. Win, you're still alive. Lose, your playoff dreams go out the window. As far as for Thursday night, you got the Patriots and Jets. I'm taking New England. They don't have Bob Kozlowski for the next few weeks, but it's the New York Jets. Jets not a good team this year. Moving on. Titans versus Jaguars. I'm taking the Titans. Yes, the Jaguars almost did beat Houston, but I think Tennessee is somewhat better. Excuse me. So moving on. Bills versus the Colts. I'm taking the Colts. I think Colts bounce back this week against the bad Buffalo team. One of my 2 upsets of this week. The Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. I am taking Cleveland on this one. My problem with Pittsburgh, yes, the defensively they're a whole lot down better, but we saw what Cleveland was able to do with the Dallas Cowboys this past week, so that's one thing to keep in mind. And 2, I don't believe Big Ben's coming back this week. He's still going to be out because of the ribs. So, Cleveland has a real shot to really rain on Pittsburgh's parade and really shock a lot of people this week. I don't think it's going to be shocking if they win, but I'm taking Cleveland as an upset. Next, Bengals versus the Raiders. I'm taking the Bengals. Raiders have just been a joke this year, like they were last year. Moving on. Broncos versus Kansas City. Yeah, I'm taking the Denver Broncos. Do I even need to say why? Kansas City's 1-9, Denver's 7-3. Moving on. Seahawks at Miami. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. Better team. Miami's a joke. When I thought they could have actually done something, they haven't. Upset alert. My second upset pick of this week. The Atlanta Falcons travel to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Bucks. Now, yes, I know a lot of people are going to say I've lost my mind. But let's keep in mind, Atlanta just got by Arizona. Got by through 5 picks and fumbled the ball, 6 turnovers. I don't think you can do that against Tampa Bay. If Atlanta does that again, Tampa Bay's going to win this. Now, yes, I know the Bucks just got a close win over Carolina, but the Buccaneers found a way to win. You know, the maturity, and I think the Buccaneers head coach is probably going to be coach of the year if he keeps it up. Which is a surprise because a few months ago we all wanted to kick him out. Yeah. Next, Vikings versus Chicago. I'm taking Minnesota. I know a lot of people may say this is an upset, but I don't. If Jay Cutler's not back because of concussion, if he is, that helps Chicago. But if he's not, that doesn't help the Bears. Now, let's be honest. The Vikings, yes, they may be 20th in offense, but they have the third in rushing. That's going to play a key factor. And defensively, the 13th again going against a bad Chicago Bears offense. The Vikings should win, but it's going to be close. Next, San Diego versus Baltimore. I'm taking San Diego. No, I'm not taking San Diego. I'm not that stupid. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry. Chargers have been playing bad football. Okay. 4-6. I thought you were, Ravens. I think they got lucky to beat Pittsburgh. I know there's a lot of people who go, but Baltimore's ranked 21st in offense and 25th in defense. At this point, it really don't matter. They're finding ways to win, and in the end, that's what matters. When it's playoff push time, it's finding ways to win. I think they're going to find a way to win this week. Next, oh God, one of the two games I hated picking this week. Cardinals versus the Rams. Cardinals are at home. I'm going to take Arizona. Just because of the fact they kept it close with with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if that was because Matt Ryan decided to take a nap or Cardinals are that good. But at this point, Cardinals still have some hope alive. The 4-6, they would have to run the table, went out and get in, which I don't think that's going to happen. Rams are pretty much now just playing for respect. I think Arizona gets lucky though and gets a win, barely. Next. 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints. I'm taking the Saints on this one, guys. The Saints offense is just a beast. And yes, the Saints defense is probably the worst in the NFL. Unfortunately, my problem with the San Francisco 49ers, I still can't believe they had a fucking tie with the Rams. I still can't get over that. And the Saints are a whole lot better than on defense. Yes, their defense is still ranked 32nd. The defense is better right now than it was early in the season. Go back and look at those games and tell me I'm wrong. Saints, it should be close, but Saints should win this. Next, Sunday night, Packers at New York. I'm taking the Packers on this one. To me, Green Bay's just the better team right now. Better offensively, better defensively. Giants have been known not to be a good team in November. Let's be honest. I think Giants fans would admit to this. They're not good when it comes to November. A lot of people saying Eli Manning's arms toad. Who knows? But Packers should win this Sunday night. Monday night. The other game I hated trying to pick. Carolina and Philadelphia. This match on Monday night is going to blow. It's probably going to be the lowest ratings in its history. I'm taking Carolina. Just because of the fact, once again I apologize for bad webcam, just because of the fact the Eagles blew. And at least Carolina, they did lose, both teams lost, at least Carolina kept it close. Okay, Carolina at least kept it close and lost in overtime. Eagles lost before the end of the third quarter. Alright. Period. So my picks for this week. Texans, Cowboys, Patriots, Titans, Colts, Browns, Bengals, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Vikings, Ravens, Broncos, Cardinals, Saints, Packers, and Panthers all get a win this week. Let me know what you think of my picks. Have a good, happy Thanksgiving, and until I see you next time, this is your boy, the DOUG, signing out. Woo!